Okay, now weekend we still day, and then of course we just pick the serious matters where they make we share with ourselves, make we just look as things they go for our surroundings. Of course, now they talk matters where they now they show where matters, and of course insecurity issues where the country, and well we go touch as many as possible for inside a few videos we are going to do, and now this show will release we be there for the eyebrow of everybody now be the main issue now. Of course, within me they find sometimes amazing. I mean, be say the leaders they see as even commenders, they make money out of the kind life where Nigeria they live. They look Nigeria as one person. The kind of life where then they make Nigeria live. People they make comic out of it, and I think say this supposed to draw some attentions to say, we're not supposed to be laughing stock. You're not supposed to be laughing stock. They watch some comedies. Yeah, people they laugh, but in the real sense of it, if you sit down very well, you go know say all these things where would they talk, where would they take place? Now real crime matters, now matters where we go maybe we supposed to think, they look and they shed tears. Not the things where we're supposed to laugh about. But then people must make living, and out of the nothingness or the mess where Nigeria they inside, people they try, make living. But of course, we go look this show matter, and then share the updates. Well, of course, I get two major updates on top on this matter. I will try see if I can join the two together. Make I just release them inside one video so that you could just catch everything in one go. The first part now be say SOWORE'S still the detention. It's still the custody of DSS, and waiting we see here now be say the DSS don't talk say they want to arraign SOWORE'S again this coming week. This next week they want to arraign them again, say so they no feel let them go. We go recall say on Tuesday say Justice Taiwo of the High Court released SOWORE'S on bail, and the ever since then we expect say okay, now that day they're supposed to release this young man, make it a go in house. At least they don't say make him drop in passport so that he no go fit travel anywhere, but then they're supposed at least to release them. But we know to say 4 days after the federal court in Abuja don't die in release, they never leave this man alone. Well, one of our reports we reached us yesterday say, so of course from sources inside this secret police agency, say this agency no day in a hurry to release SOWORE'S, saying we are aware of the court orders. Say then they are aware of the court orders, but they are still keeping him to be arraigned next week on charges that Nigerians will know of when he gets to court. Now the point with that, they say make you now cool down. Say when SOWORE'S go reach court next week, say you go know the charges, the new charges, reasons where we say they no feel leave and say now on top of these new charges, then they hold them. They won't take and go court again. So of course, then they promise us say we go know about. Of course, I will keep you updated on top of this matters. To say, oh come on. Meanwhile, investigative journalists around the world yesterday joined the call for SOWORE'S immediate release, just as the human rights lawyer Ebun Oluwadeborua son has declared his continued detention by DSS illegal. Of course, in a speech delivered at the ongoing Global Investigative Journalists Conference in Hamburg, Germany, the Director of Media Technology and Advocacy Specialization, Columbia University School of International and Public Affairs, Ian Schifrin, lamented SOWORE'S continued detention by the DSS even after reportedly meeting his bail condition. This man talks, Mr. Sowore is a world-renowned journalist. Say he has pioneered new and important avenues in the field of investigative journalism. Say in addition, he is the founder of a well-known online investigative news outlet, Sahara Reporters, that focus on corruption and political misconduct. Many colleagues in the world of journalism and academia hold Mr. Sowore in great esteem for his lifelong efforts in speaking truth to power. After Sowore has spent more than 6 weeks in jail on September 24th, a federal court, of course, you know the rest of the story. One thing where I want to point out again here before I move on to the second part of this updates. Now, NBC, some people even don't protest inside Ondo State yesterday. Several people, so some things the way we know they hear. Some things the way we know they hear. Seriously. Some things the way we say, now just underground works. Are they updated? Say, Sowore they pay some people salary. Sowore they pay people teachers salary for inside government schools inside Ondo states. Now those teachers can't come out now, can't talk. Say, in fact, one of them talk say some of the scholarships where Sowore give. Say in Pekin, they enjoy the benefit from that scholarship for inside university. Oh, come on. When I see that report, and I see as people they lament, no be just say people they talk now, no be just media they talk now, no be just say we they talk now, but people where they touch directly, where they connected directly. As Sowore the detention, well, sure, to some extent they still they do the thing again, but then it just be like person where owe somebody money, where you can't go hold the person say you must pay me my money, so if you don't pay me my money, I will lock you up. The man will just laugh. Say, now inside that place where you lock me, now there I go do anything. Now there I go pay your money. No money go come out. Now the wisdom where they there be that. So these people where they protest, they understand, say, as long as this man did detention, even though he still they do the payments, after some time he go one stop, because now him they make those things happen. Now in personality they make those things happen, and if he did detention, of course he no go fit do waiting if in they do again, and so on and so forth. So I want make we continue to follow up this matter, make we drop our opinions on top of these issues. Of course, some of you know some things about Sowore too. Please make we just keep making this known, and make we know the real person where this man be. And because me said personally, I dey elated when I see all those people they talk about how then far away in those states, far communities where this man don't go, where he says teachers no dey enough for schools, and then he organize say make them employ more teachers, and people where they directly benefit from in scholarship and everything, then come out to talk. I think say make governments please make them look this matter properly. Because of people where they benefit directly from this guy. People not be in family members. Not be just in family members, but people where they extended nationals, Nigerians where they benefit from him. Make we take them into consideration before we before then take any funny decisions, where then they take on top of this guy. Of course, the second part where I want to talk about now, this part of federal government, we don't talk, say they want drag that judge we grant him bail, that judge we grant him Sowore bail, that's Justice Taiwo, say they won't drag him to NGC. They said they won't go report him to NGC. I said there are indications last night, of course, this one now report where Richard say there are indications last night that the federal government was contemplating reporting Justice Taiwo to the National Judicial Council, the NJC, on account of his decision to grant bail to the convener of Revolution Now protest, Mr. OMOYELE Sowore. Justice Taiwo of the Federal Court in Abuja admitted Sowore to bail on Tuesday and dismissed the objection raised by the department, or that's the DSS, to the bill. The National, where one of our reporters gave us this report last night, that a shocked Nigerian security and intelligence community met on the matter yesterday and resolved to appeal the judgment. They don't resolve to appeal that judgment. They won't continually hold this young man. Now they say make a look and forward. They say it is decided to petition the NJC on the issue. A top government source who spoke to the nation, that's the nation's newspaper, talk say on the condition of anonymity, of course, no mentioning name, said that anyone standing trial for treasonable felony is not entitled to bail. Of course, you remember, say, if you did updated on top Sowore matter, one of the charges against Sowore be say in treasonable felony. Now one of the charges against him. He said Sowore's bail is likely to bring trouble for that judge. A report has been prepared to report him to NJC in view of the fact that, as far as this country, it is known that a person charged treasonable felony has no bail option. Well, the security and intelligence community in the country is shocked by the judgment, and there is a consensus that the judgment should not only be appealed, but that the NJC should be petitioned about the conduct and abuse of power by that judge. I'm not going to talk much again. I'm not going to talk much. I make a leave alone, make you just digest this thing and make you just drop your opinions on top of this matter, because I did try say make another emotional about OMOYELE Sowore case, considering make a flashback, considering people where they benefit from him, especially those on scholarship and all those things. Well, make I leave you. Judge, look the case yourself. Just look the case, look everything yourself. The grant of bail, the charges, and the recharges again. Of course. Okay, all right. Have a nice weekend as we chat together in your comments. Thank you.